The very significant parts, and I read the book, and it's pretty accurate, you know, as far as the way Mickey was, and it was pretty accurate for a trail, I'd have to say, and having known the guy for quite a number of years, and Mickey never stole anything from me.
Make a couple waves.
But it's a very accurate, and for all the interviewing that he did, he really got a good picture of what was going on, and just took the very tip of the iceberg on the interviews. So it's a real accurate book, I'd have to say. And if Mickey had any, at this point, if he were still alive, and if he didn't like the book, I would like disagree with him, and I would say after his death, he would probably privately approve. Publicly, probably not, but privately, he would probably be just tickled pink that this book is out. And you know, it was done by a non-surfer, which is what he wanted. He actually wanted an interview with Playboy, which David has done plenty of, and you know, but all in all, it's accurate, and I think he would have liked it.
What was the lie that you told to David?
The lie that I told to David was. Mickey called me, said this guy's doing a story on me, and you know, feed up some lies, here's his phone number. And when I got on the phone, I told him that in his wall he has a couple of pictures, one of his dad and one of an empty wave. And actually it was a photo album. You know, so it wasn't entirely a lie, but it was a photo album. He had a picture of his dad, and then he had a picture of an empty wave, like the wave is an actual person. Here's my dad. Here, look at this wave. Here's this wave. You know, just. And so that was the basic lie that threw. It really wasn't a lie.
Is that the one for the California Magazine article?
California Magazine, yeah.
Okay. How long have you known David?
Not very long at all, just since he was writing the book.
Right. How long did you know Mickey? Since when?
Let's see. I knew Mickey. I met Mickey in the 70s in Biarritz. I met Mickey in the 70s in Biarritz, and then I used to go over there. I went over there like 4 or 5 times, and he was always living in his van right there in Anglet. And so I just go over there and go, "Oh, do you like dinner? Or roadcat stew? Roadcat stew. Join me for dinner. Roadcat stew. Yeah. Play tennis? Do you play tennis? You know, this guy." But he was always right there, and so I'd go over there and have dinner with him. I was always a little intimidated, you know, but you get to know him little by little. And then I guess years later he called me when I was living in LA, disguised his voice, and finally he revealed who he was. And then started hanging out, and then after several years he called me from the airport out of the blue to get a ride and a place to stay. And then I had a rent control, one room rent control in Santa Monica, and he'd sleep there on the floor with his dog Scooter Boy. And I sit there and go, "Mickey, you really hit rock bottom, man. Here you are, you're living in this dump on a floor. Whatever happened?"
After Lompoc?
When was this?
That was after Lompoc, yeah, after the jail.
Like what, 85 or?
It was in the 80s. And finally he got me on Greg Knoll's first Legends contest. He said, "Oh, you'd be a bodyguard." I said, "Stunt double." You know, I don't know. You know, and so he got me on that as kind of payback and all this stuff, I guess, but that was a lot of fun. And then I would sign the autographs down there because he wouldn't sign. He'd point to me and I'd sign Nick Doris. Anything he said was signed to Nick. And he didn't tell me, I lost track of the guy. I moved back down to Encinitas, Leucadia down there after my brother died, and I just kind of was, the guy was always writing letters, and I just wouldn't write back that much, you know, and it's my own poor breeding that I didn't. And, finally, he sent me a letter saying he's going to South America with the rest of the Nazis. And that's the last I heard, you know. And then the next thing I heard, he was dead. So I was kind of.
When did he die?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think about probably 2002. But he finally, you know. I mean, I was kind of bummed out because you know. In spite of all the fame, the guy just had this great rap, you know. He always had the underside of everything, you know. And he was
Very
always
intelligent guy.
real intelligent guy.
Very articulate.
Very
And he loved to mess with what he used to call the people's minds.
Could you give me an example? You said he had a great way with the underside of everything. What do you mean?
I'd be hard pressed to come up with an example at this point, really. Where's my book?
What's Bearditz? Where's Bearditz? You said you met him at Bearditz.
Yeah, I used to. Is it right there? He's got it.
Where is that? Where is that?
Biarritz, France.
Oh, okay.
Really good surfing spot back in those days.
Yeah, nobody was there. It was there. I went down there. The first year I was there, I remember saw him. But then he was just living in his van right there at Anglet. And around the corner from Anglet was this cafe called the Sable d'Or, which was the daytime hangout for traveling surfers, all like 20 of them. Okay, then there was at that time. Then there was the steakhouse, which was south, and you go there at night, and you drink, drink at night and smoke hash over there, and the steakhouse and the Sable d'Or, and you live in your car, and it was a beautiful life, you know. And then,
How long did you do that for?
I went there probably 4 separate years, and I'd go there for only like 3 or 4 weeks. The wave season is only for a very defined period of time there.
August, September.
I'm not saying. It's still a secret. We're going to keep it a secret.
I used to work with Al Jepson. So
Oh, really? I know Al. I used to review his movies for
Oh,
surfing.
okay. Well, Jerry, I'm Peter Piper. You know, I know you. Yeah, I surfed Malibu since '62. I lived in Long Beach before that when I first started surfing.
Yeah, Hal, I used to review his movies. I used to review Hal's movies.
Oh, okay.
And then at one point, in a Chris Bystrom, I did the comedy sequences for Blazing Boards. I knew Chris. And then Chris Bystrom in his magazine.
I think I have the poster for Blazing Boards.
Do you?
I think so.
My girlfriend threw that away when I was out of town.
All these posters now, they
The-
used to stack some at the Santa Monica Civic.
No, the
And
one
they
that you
take airplanes
staple.
out. Yeah, and now
that you
they're worth
staple.
like $300, $400
The cardboard ones.
Well, no, just the little. Just
Oh,
the
I got one of
paper.
those. I have one of
They're
those.
worth $300 or $400 a piece.
I got
It's
one of
amazing.
those.
It's amazing. That all surf memorabilia like this. But anyway, Jerry,
You know
working
a
with this
guy
gentleman here.
on Maui, his name is Omar.
I don't.
He's a surfer and he's been newspaper man. And he teaches.
Omar, no, I know Steve Kosick over there.
Oh, did you ever hear of Mo Fankhauser?
No, I haven't.
Wipeout, he lived there. Willie Nelson and all those people know him. You spend much time on Maui?
I really don't. My dad took me over there. His family vacation.